So if you're not interested in maximizing your manhood or God-given girth, then this video isn't for you. But if you're somebody that's like, yo, I would like to know if I am actually doing some things that are causing me to lose size, potentially long term. There are lifestyle choices that you're making that are preventing you from maximizing your manhood. And I want you to get it under control because I want you to look down and be like, damn, did you see this? Number one is your fat. And I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, I'm just letting you know, right? When you are overweight, you are gonna hold extra body fat in what is known as the fat pad. It's right at the base of Big Al. And unfortunately, when this actually grows, your wiener is going to basically get smaller. We've talked about this before, but the one thing you can do if you are serious about maximizing his size, his girth, his amazingness is lose body fat. All right, it's going to automatically make you longer. All right, there are a lot of surgeries, a lot of things that we've talked about on this channel about how to make it bigger, but these are the things that truly will move the needle and are actually making you smaller than you should be. Right? Number two is low testosterone. If your testosterone level is low, your Big Al is not as big, firm, hard, and you actually may have noticed that he is getting smaller. All these things, guys, that we're talking about in this video, they are reversible to a point, but you can't wait too long to get it under control. And so I'm not saying to run and jump on TRT, but get it checked, get it tested, and then do the things that we've talked about in order to naturally boost that testosterone up. Exercise, get enough sleep, which is actually the next thing that is causing you to be smaller, and that is you're not getting enough sleep. Sleep is where it starts. And there's been some research that's come out to show that if you are getting less than like 7 hours of good solid sleep, it is not as big and solid as possible. If you're waking up and you're not getting or having morning wood, that is a sign possibly that your testosterone is low. It's also possibly a sign that you are not getting enough quality sleep. Sleep is something else that is affecting your size. Number four is overconsumption of pornography, all right? We've talked about this before, but it's all about dopamine. One of the other problems and tricky things about watching is that it's almost like a gateway drug. And you start wanting and needing more like stimulus, more weird, crazy, weird ass shit in order to get you like stimulated. All right. One of the reasons why the rate of ED among young men is so high is because of the consumption of the movies or porn, right? You've got to get it under control. Which brings us to the next reason why you're actually smaller, and that is ED. If you are not routinely using him, filling him with blood, routinely on the regular, right? He is going to shrink. He is going to atrophy. Those spongy chambers we talk about, you know, in terms of creating your size, creating your girth, your length, and all that good stuff, it will start to atrophy if it is not getting routinely filled with blood, aka used. The other problem with ED is that there are things you can do to actually treat it. And it's so frustrating to me when I talk to people and they're like, oh, you know, I have ED. How long have you had it? Oh, a few months or whatever. I'm like, seriously? The other thing you got to understand is it's not fair to your partner. A lot of times guys will deal with this in silence, or they won't do anything or bury their head in the sand. Or they'll make excuses like, oh, it was work. I had a long day at work, or I'm just not feeling good. When what you're doing is basically affecting your partner because they think that it's them. And the truth is you deserve to have a happy, healthy sex life, and so does your partner. Guys, if you're somebody that is experiencing ED, I want to tell you about Rouge Yet Ready. This is an absolute game changer. The reason is because most ED treatments, they just work on blood flow. They focus on blood flow, which is part of the equation. But the other big part is stimulating your brain, right? That's where arousal starts. And that's why Rouge Yet Ready is so amazing. It's a 3-in-1 ED treatment. It's got both active ingredients of the popular ED medications, but it also has an ingredient called apomorphine that helps basically boost and prime your brain for arousal. It can work in as little as 15 minutes, way faster than other ED medications. It also stays active in your system for up to 36 hours. Rouge Yet Ready is also a sublingual delivery system, which is something that I personally love. And the reason is because it bypasses the whole digestion, which means it's going to get in your bloodstream faster and it's more reliable. The other cool thing, guys, 100% online, which means you fill out a questionnaire, a doctor reviews it. If prescribed, they're going to ship you your Rouge Yet Ready right to your door in discreet packaging. Guys, if you're ready to take control of your love life and your Big Al, Hit the link down below. Go to rougiette.com/alpha-M. That's RUGIET.com/alpha-M. Make sure to use the discount code alpha-M to get 15% off your order of Rougiette today. The next thing that is costing you size is a sedentary lifestyle. Poor circulation. Guys, it's all about circulation. It's all about blood flow and maximizing it. If you're sitting around, if you're playing video games, if you're not moving, if you're not sweating, if you're not working out, if you're not pumping and getting that blood working, it's affecting your size. You're not going to be as big as possible. The next thing is smoking. Oh my God. And I'm talking about both things. All right. Number one, cigarettes, nicotine, it's bad. Nicotine is a vasoconstrictor. It constricts blood flow. It constricts blood vessels, which means if it's constricted, it's not allowing as much blood to flow into Big Al, which is destroying your maximizing potential of him being large and in charge. The other thing is weed, honestly. Why? Well, a few things. Number one, it's affecting you in terms of motivation. You're not probably going to feel as good to go to the gym. You're going to be eating worse food. You're going to have weight gain, fat gain. The more fat, the lower your T levels, the lower your libido, and also your size. Guys, stop smoking. Excessive alcohol consumption. Another thing that you're doing that's costing you size. And I'm not just talking about like whiskey weenie, like you can't get it up because you're too drunk. All right? That's not good. But alcohol, when it's high, it basically is lowering your T levels. It's also going to increase your body fat. And if you're drinking beer specifically, it's increasing your estrogen level because beer is made from hops. Hops is a phytoestrogen or a plant-based estrogen. The higher your estrogen, the lower your testosterone, the smaller your wiener. Next thing that affects his size is cortisol. If you're stressed out, if your cortisol level is high, your wiener is not as rock solid or big as it should be. Why? Because testosterone is getting crushed by cortisol. Also, your libido is getting crushed. If your libido, you don't have a sex drive, you're not going to be as interested. If you're not as interested, if you're not like primed and ready like we talked about earlier, you're not going to be as full and hard. If you're not primed and ready and excited and your libido is low and you don't have a sex drive, your wiener is not going to respond and it is not going to be as like excited. When you're like super excited, right, or you're super amped up and ready, right, it's hard, it's awesome, it's amazing. But when you're kind of like not really into it or you're not really feeling it, it takes a while and it's not as good as if you were actually excited. In conclusion, gentlemen, penile shrinkage, it is a real reality for a lot of guys because they make some lifestyle choices and do some things on a daily basis that prevent you from maximizing your manhood or the size of your Big Al. You're losing it. You're shrinking. But the good news is that if you change, if you modify, if you correct some of these bad behaviors and lifestyle choices, you can maximize your member. Gentlemen, bottom line is this. I want your wiener to be awesome.